Hi, welcome to 90% Knitting. I'm Lisa, also known as Fiber Nymph on Ravelry and Instagram, and Fiber Nymph Dye Works also on Instagram, which is my business only account. Um, and that is actually probably the most pertinent one for the moment because this is going to just be a shop update preview episode. I was planning to record episode 247 today, because I have a lot of things to talk about. However, I'm having some timing and deadline issues actually, and I do not have time to record a full episode today and do all the processing. But since I have an update tomorrow evening, I wanted to at least take a minute and show you what was going to be in the update. My other thought was the fact that today's June 29th, and that means we only have one more day in the month of June, and we have a whole lot of drawings that are going to be taking place after June is over, because we've got the year in the life of a knitter. There will be the June drawings, which there's going to be a lot. Tons of people were posting in June. And then we'll have the June challenge drawing. And then we'll have, since that was the end of the spring quarter, we'll have the spring quarterly drawing. So there will be all those drawings. And then for the shop news segment, there will be the June drawing for the summertime knit along over there. So you've still got one more day to post anything that you're going to post in there. And then there's also the second quarter finished object drawing in the Fiber Nymph Dye Works group. So there's going to be a lot of drawings. So I figured if I just wait and I do the recording of the regular episode after June 30th, then I can do all of those drawings as well, instead of doing it today and then making you wait like a week or more for the drawings. So that's my thought process. So instead of all that, we're just going to do the shop preview for the moment, and I'll show you what I'm putting in the shop tomorrow night, and then I'll get all caught up with everything else that I want to talk to you about, hopefully this weekend. That's my hope, that I will be able to record on Saturday at some point. So what's going up in the shop? A lot, actually. First of all, I want to thank you so much for shopping the update last week. I'm actually restocking some of the things that I had in the shop last week. The Bedazzled semi-solids. Oh my goodness, you guys love those. So thank you so much for being so enthusiastic about those. I did re-dye some of those colorways, so there's going to be a restock of the peacock blue, of sand. Maybe if I hold it away from the blue, it'll look like sand. Electric lime and silver gray. So those are all going to be restocked this week. In addition, I did 5 other colors that I didn't have last week. So there will be some magenta, some spring water blue, some lavender, some bright green, and lastly, peach. I love this peach on this sparkle base. Oh my goodness, it just looks so sweet. Anyway, so that is going to be the restock of all of the Bedazzled semi-solids. Additionally, you guys scooped up those 6 sock blanks that I had, the fireworks sock blanks. They were literally the first things to go out of the shop as soon as I activated it. So I did more because I had requests for more fireworks sock blanks. So I did 4 more. I did a couple on the sparkly blanks and a couple on non-sparkly. So this is a sparkle one. Basically, I tried to do 2 of each. So this is the small fireworks, like a lot of small fireworks. So I've got one of these on the sparkly base and then one on the non-sparkly. Then I did 2, here's one, of the large fireworks. And again, one on the sparkly sock blank and one on the non-sparkly. So this is the non-sparkly with the really big fireworks. So that is 4 more fireworks sock blanks that will be in the shop tomorrow. And then additionally, I did 2 other sock blanks, again, one on sparkle and one not on sparkle, that I wanted to do because I love doing these motifs. And it's just a whimsical flower garden kind of motif. And it's upside down. We can turn it the right way. So here you go. It's just a big, long strip of really bright, fun, whimsical flowers. Got some speckles covering the white space. above the flowers just to make it fun. It kind of makes it looks like really fun, colorful little fireflies or moths or something. I don't know. I just love how it looks. And what's really fun about this is these whimsical flowers. These are designs that I have been doodling literally my whole life. Like I remember in high school and my notebooks and stuff, I would just doodle these flowers all over the place. And so I thought, why not try putting them on sock blanks? They were a lot of fun to do. So again, there will just be 2 of those. We'll see if anybody else likes them as much as I do. But that's the sock blanks that will be in the shop this week. In addition, there will be more self-striping going up. I did a restock of the Summertime Blues colorway, which was new last week. So there will be more of that. Oh, sorry, that was my mail person. Her truck's kind of loud. I don't know if you can hear that or not. And her brakes are squealing. Anyway, more Summertime Blues on, I believe I did more on Bounce and on Bedazzled, and I did one other base. I think it was probably Traveler, the sport weight base. Okay. In addition, I have 1 brand new colorway, 1 sort of new colorway, and then 3 new variations on a product. So let me go through those. First, the brand new colorway. I did a Pittsburgh Penguins inspired colorway this week. Now, you might be thinking, Lisa, you already have Here We Go, which is your black and gold and white colorway. And you're right, that was more of a Steelers inspired colorway when I made it. And I know people who are Penguins fans have purchased that for doing Penguins related stuff as well. And I've had a lot of special requests for Penguins colorways recently, especially considering they were in the Stanley Cup playoffs and then they won the Stanley Cup. After they won the Stanley Cup, I decided I wanted to do a tribute colorway specifically for the Penguins. And while the colors definitely are still those Pittsburgh black and gold and white colors, the striping pattern for this particular colorway, which is being called Elvis Has Left the Building, the striping pattern is very specifically Penguins related because it was inspired by the way the stripes are on their uniform sleeves. So in the listing, I will have, a mock-up of what that striping pattern is because it's not a regular striping pattern like Here We Go has. It's very different. So anyway, if you are a Penguins fan and you are still celebrating their Stanley Cup win, then maybe you would like to celebrate by knitting some socks or something. And actually, October 4th, October 5th, I don't remember when the new season starts. I know it's early October. It's not that far away, so you might want to get started on your next hockey season knitting now. But anyway, there will be some of this on Bounce, on Bedazzled, and then on Traveler, Sport Weight, and I did some up on DK Weight, my bona fide base as well. So that is the new colorway. The sort of new colorway is it's a colorway I've not put in the shop before. It was a club colorway, and it was from the Pie of the Every Other Month Club, and it was the first one that was released back in December last year, and it is called Pizza Pie. So the inspiration for this was the most requested pizza toppings as done by a survey or found in a survey, and I can't remember the source of it. I'll put that in the listing because I do have that information. But I used the top 5 pizza toppings. So the number 1 topping is this. It's a variegated stripe in this red and brown, and that is for pepperoni. That's the number 1 topping requested. So we have pepperoni, and then we've got this sort of lighter brown taupey color, which is for mushrooms. I know it's kind of looking white there, but it's not. It's definitely a mushroomy color. And then we have white, which could stand for cheese, but technically it stands for onions. Then the green represents green pepper, and the black represents black olives. So there's your top pizza toppings in Pizza Pie. And as in all of my pie colorways, the striping sequence goes according to the numeric sequence in the number pi. 3.1415, whatever. For often as I wind it, you'd think I'd have it memorized, but I don't. So Sorry. The other thing is for the club, I did all of these little stitch markers that matched the theme. So this is a little pizza slice marker because I always put a stitch marker at the beginning of a pie skein so you know which end to start with if you want to start with that 3 that begins the sequence. I'm not sure. I think I have some of these pizza slice charms left, and if I do, I will make some more of these stitch markers to use for the skeins going in the shop. Either way, there will be a stitch marker on there, but I think I have some of the pizza slices, so don't hold me to that. If you get one and it doesn't have a pizza slice, don't be mad at me, but that's a possibility. I just thought of that now. Anyway, this skein, actually, this was, I believe, the cozy base. This is my skein that I kept from the club. I have it dyed up on, I believe, 4 other bases. I have it on Bounce, Bedazzled, probably Traveler, and I believe my Bonafide base. That's what will be going in the shop, those 8 skeins. That one's mine, though. I get to keep that one. Okay, and then the other thing that I have for you in the shop this week are some new inversibles. And I decided to try out some swirl inversibles because, I'm kind of on this swirl kick lately with all of my summertime swirl colorways going on. And so I did 3 different versions, and I'm going to show you the sample that I knit first just to show them off. So there is one set that will have a bright purple, well, kind of a darkish bright purple semi-solid stripe, and then the swirl stripe, the wider stripe on this one is this pink and peach swirly stripe. So that's one set. So again, whenever you do inversibles, which most of you probably know, you get 2 half skeins. So one of the skeins has a wide stripe in one color and then a narrow stripe in the other, and then the other one is the inverse. So in this case, you have the wide purple stripe and the narrow swirl stripe. This one is the wide swirl stripe and the narrow semi-solid stripe. The sample is I knit up with the narrow semi-solid and the wide swirl just so that you could see that better. I realize that the lighting is kind of blowing out that swirl, but trust me, it's there. And if I get it close enough, you can see the peach a lot better. There you go. I love that one. It looks so yummy. The one below that is an ocean blue semi-solid with very oceany kind of iridescent kind of colors that you might find on the inside of seashells. So light green, purples, blues, a little bit of yellow, although I'll tell you the yellow did sort of meld with the green, so it's all just sort of together. But the green, blue, and purple you can see super well, and that's what this set is. So. And lastly, this one, the semi-solid stripe is a rosewood color, and then the swirl stripe is sort of what I consider like a vintage autumn swirl. This one does not have as high contrast as the other 2. You can definitely see the contrast in here. I mean, you can tell which one has the more rosewood. The bottom one has the more rosewood. The top one has the more variegated. But it's definitely not as strong of a contrast as the other 2. So just be aware of that if you like it. But I think as it knits up into the sock, you're definitely going to be able to see the difference. But it is still just, it's a little more muted than the other 2. So there will be several sets of each of those up in the shop. And I believe that is everything for this week. The update will be tomorrow, June 30th at 6 p.m. Eastern. I will let you know that there's a possibility I will not be home at that time, so that means I will be updating remotely from my phone. That always takes a few extra minutes, just so you know. But it will get updated. And I hope you find something that you love. And other than that, I will talk to you hopefully soon so that I can record my full episode, because I've got a lot of fun things I want to talk about, as well as the prize drawings. So, yeah. But we're going to go with this for right now. Thanks so much for watching. Again, the update is tomorrow, the 30th at 6 p.m. And I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.